Hey there, fellow builders, Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to X4 Foundations, Episode 6, Expanding the HQ.
Alright, before I jump into my spacesuit, let's find the first repair point. There it is. So, from a high-level logistics standpoint, things like silicon, ore, and energy cells are, like, very easy to collect, but not valuable resources. And you want to process those resources, the ores into, like, hull parts and claytronics, and the silicon into, like, chips to make more money. So once you own the production chain, vertical production chain, you can make more money setting up factories in that way. But it takes quite a lot of capital to own the production chain for that kind of stuff. So that's not... So initially it might make sense to just, like, build a solar panel in a sunny sector of space where there's a high need for energy cells around it. But long-term, it might make more sense to, you know, try to own an entire vertical production chain, being able to make, you know, complex components. Ooh, we got space flags, nice. But it really depends on the, you know, your budget and goals. All right, well, I hear the intel, but I don't see the repair points yet. Might need to hop back in the ship to be able to search quicker.
Data vault.
Maybe this bay? No, I already repaired it.
Elite Vanguard.
So many submenus reminds you of Stellaris. Oh god, I think this is beats Stellaris in terms of complexity. Oh god, it was right in front of me. That's how easy it is to miss some of these. Making something like food not be as profitable as ship parts? It's really hard to say, because it totally depends on the supply and demand of the galaxy. So if, like, a bunch of food factories get blown up in a war, food would be a very valuable thing for the player to manufacture. Generally speaking, the highest demand would be things to make ships and things to make stations. If you produce the materials to make ships and stations, those are always in kind of constant demand, because you always need more ships and you always need more stations. So a really safe bet would be claytronics and hull parts, which is what you make ships and stations out of. And then if you want to get more complex, you can start to do microchip factories and things like that, you know, or weapon factories and higher tech stuff. But at the start, I would say just like hull parts and claytronics is a really good starting point for like player-owned factories. Alright, I'm pretty sure this data vault is cleared. We just got a whole lot more money from clearing it. As you can see, we almost have $500,000 now, again. So that's pretty good. And let's get going. I'm pretty satisfied with the resource probe that we have set up. I'm a little worried about... Ooh, we have a raiding party pretty close to our miner. And the ship close by that is being attacked by the raiding party is requesting immediate backup. Yeah. All right, because I don't necessarily want to lose my my mining ship. It might not be safe enough here to deploy them there. So we could try to find you know, another area that's a little bit more safe, even if it was lower yield. I'm trying to think of what's nearby. Well, I don't know. I'll keep having in mind. Mine. Let's do silicon. Stay away from that raiding party. Alright, well, with them automated, I think what I want to do is use the rest of my money to build that that dock at the unknown station. So plan build. Let's start by just building the dock, because that's the bare minimum. I'm going to accept all the estimates for construction to be able to buy the Claytronics energy cells and hull parts. And then I'm going to want to hire a builder. So in order to hire the builder, I'm probably going to need to physically get close to this station, because I don't have any satellite data, so I'm going to head to Grand Exchange. So I'm going to update the priority here. Help Bozata. That is my current priority. And then I'm going to open up the trade filter, and I can do a trade filter for silicon to find who buys silicon around. I might need to do some more surveys and searches to try to figure out who buys silicon. Maybe silicon's not the right, so let me try ore as well. God, there's no one buying silicon or ore around here. But I don't have a lot of... Oh, here we go. So in Grand Exchange, they buy silicon and ore at the silicon refinery. The thing is, there's probably a lot of other stations or factories around here that would buy silicon and ore. I just haven't discovered them. So it's really just an issue of exploration more than anything else. But yeah, I'll have my miner fill his hull up full of silicon and then bring it over to Grand Exchange 1 to sell it to the silicon refinery.
Accelerator. IS mists.
Seems
2.
reasonable. Oh man, this miner is so bad. Well, part of the reason is just the pilot has horrible skill. I do have a pilot on my own ship, which might have more skill. Let me check that out. My able crewman. Yeah, he's better. Work somewhere else. Work on the Plutarch miner as the captain.
Entering IS mists. 2.
And then this Plutarch, the crewman that was working there, work somewhere else. Work on my little fighter as service crew. So, switching their spots. Because the service crew that I had on my ship is a better captain than the captain that they had. So as you can see, his skill for piloting and morale is much higher. So he'll be a little bit better at mining than the person that was in there. You are not mining quickly, though.
Jump gate.
That's okay.
Nobilious fortune.
So we're a few jumps away from getting to where we're going. But if I find any...
Awaiting orders.
Oh, for real? I'm going to change your default behavior then. Okay, so he's defaulted to just like keep going after silicon.
Entering system. Nobilious fortune.
I think the issue might be, what weapons did I... he might not be
Entering
properly
system.
equipped as a miner.
Grand exchange.
I might have overlooked that, which is why he's not collecting anything. In fact, let me send you back to the wharf. Yeah, I didn't put mining drills in the thing. Okay. That would be a problem. Well, he's head back to the warp to pick up mining drills, and then he'll be able to actually do some mining. I set it as a minimum loadout, figuring that mining drills would be part of the default equipment, but obviously it wasn't. Luckily, I've figured out the problem. Oh, perfect. Hold on. No. Turn around. So, here I am. There's a construction vessel here. Comms.
Channel open. Goodbye.
So this construction vessel can be contracted to build that dock for me. So my build plan is for the dock, and I'm going to hire a builder, and I want to hire this builder. And I just paid them $50K to build that construction dock for me. Done. Awesome. I'm also, while I'm at it, going to plan to build a container section as well. Because the builder is hired for all of the construction. So I don't care that they have to now wait to build both. That's sucks for them. So then what's happening is I've budgeted $354,000 in order to purchase, and we have an Argon high-tech trader, a Paranid high-tech trader, and an unknown ship coming to deliver Claytronics hull parts and energy cells for the construction of that facility. So we basically are saying, hey, we're going to buy this stuff, come trade. So I don't have to necessarily supply the materials myself, because they're going to be supplied by there's a raiding party coming in. They're going to be supplied by random trade ships in the area. Now, I could, if I own trade ships, tell my trade ships to do the supply for themselves, but I just don't own trade ships, so that's moot. So now that is done, let's get back to Paranid space and do more Paranid missions to try to become an ally of Paranid. So the current priority is help Bozata build a dock and do Paranid missions for rep and money. And when my mining ship is finally docked, he's almost at the wharf. I'll be able to buy that mining laser, and yeah. Feel very stupid that I didn't hook him up with one. In fact, let me cancel all the upgrades and then just reanalyze it again. So this mining ship has a combat drive. That's kind of okay, that's fine. Combat thrusters, a Mark 1 shield. So we're going to do a mining drill Mark 1 because it's way more affordable. And for turrets, a mining turret. 2 of them. Add to the shopping list and confirm the order. So he'll have a front-facing mining drill and then 2 turrets that will automatically target asteroids around. So three different things shooting at asteroids for mining, which should help out a little bit for silicon acquisition speed. But a very important lesson of make sure that your mining vessels have mining lasers. Because if they don't, you'll regret it. I'm also going to rename this station as Player HQ. And now that I actually have that mining vessel, I should have already done this, but let's raffle off the name of that Plutus miner. So, raffle timer's up, and at the end of it, one of you subscribers will be a ship in the fleet.
Entering system. Nobelius Fortune. Entering system. IS mists.
Alright, I'm in parented space again, looking for parented missions. And for reference, my rep with them is now 5, and I'm looking to get it to like 20. Alright, a boarding mission? Yeah, I'm not going to be able to do that. Even if it pays $1 million. So for boarding, you would need a ship with a lot of Marines in it. My ship can only hold 3 people, and my ship is in no way going to be able to board anything worth $1 million. So yeah, that would be a suicidal mission if I accepted.
Autopilot. Autopilot. Engaged.
You can board, so you can't yourself board a ship, you just deploy your crew to it. But there's a lot of things that you as a player can do to make boarding easier for the people that you've sent to board. Like destroying components off the ship that you're boarding. It's not really worth explaining, because it makes a lot more sense when I'm actually physically doing it, but I don't have a ship to be able to do that yet. Maybe if I save up, I will.
Entering system.
And these other missions are too hard for me. Oh, here's one. Destroy mines? I can do that.
Disengage. Autopilot. Engaged.
And the mines are actually right here, so it's going to be really easy. They're gate mines. I'm going to save first, though, because I have a habit of running into my own, and I don't want to do that.
Autopilot. Disengaged. Friend foe mine.
Well, that one blew up for free, because it just blew up on this energy freighter.
Unknown object.
Probably scale plate. Oh no, Yaki. Weird. I don't think we're anywhere near Yaki space, but Yaki is another pirate faction, and apparently they deployed a bunch of mines around this gate. Because they're, you know, terrorists.
Unknown object.
There's only 3 mines left. This was a really easy one. Probably not too many mines left because they've been blowing up on, like, passerbys.
Ejecting.
And that's why I quick-saved. I got too close. I'm not used to having such a rinky-dink ship. It's an important lesson. I'm used to, like, riding around in medium-sized ships that can soak up mines quite a bit. Unless you're reckless and you're blowing through them. Is it cost-effective to have a small fighter escort? No. Generally speaking, the player-controlled ship is just way more combat proficient than AI-controlled.
Entering system. IS mists.
So you're way better in fine-tuning your own player ship. Oh my god, autopilot, what are you doing? Than it is to field a whole bunch of, like, escorts. Escorts are expensive.
Foe mine.
Out of context, that's pretty dirty, but you know what I mean. Alright, so this time around, how about we don't run into the mines that I'm set to blow up? I mean, technically, I was working towards the completion of that quest, but, you know, with my face, not my lasers. These are also higher quality mines than, like, the dumb mines that sometimes you're ordered to blow up. So their explosion radius is a little bit higher as a result. Which is why I went kaboom from, like, 1 kilometer out. Oh, I'm doing it again. Ooh, that hurt my shields, but I blew it up in time.
Unknown object.
There's a few cases where, like, escorts are decent, but I would say, like, AI-controlled ships, you really should be ready to lose them.
Friend foe mine.
Or save scum constantly. Because smaller fighters are going to get blown up pretty regularly by anything bigger than a medium-sized ship, or anything larger than a small-sized ship. So they can be effective if you're willing to sacrifice them as cannon fodder. And there's some situations where they're really useful, like, but I don't want to get into that because it goes deep into spoilers really, really quickly. Okay, reps up 1, up to 6. And my miner is going to be named the Killian. And you are all set up to Silicon Mine. Alright, let's look for more mission offers.
Autopilot engaged.
Autopilot's being dumb. So this is an instance where it's like
Autopilot
needs a little bit of human
disengaged.
intervention as it was like ramming the gate.
Engaged.
Yeah. It's autopilot in this game is about as good as a Tesla. You know, it might work on the highways, but it also might careen you into the side of a truck. And you just don't know which. And you have to be at the controls to be able to, you know, steer away from the side of a truck. Or you die.
Entering system. Trinity Sanctum.
Okay. I might want to double back to where I was, because there was a mission that was, like, actually interesting that I flew past. So let's double back here.
Autopilot disengaged.
Will the auto cell? I don't believe it will, no, because it's not assigned to a specific station. So it's just going to fill up, and then I'm going to find a refinery to sell to. Which is for the best, because I'll be able to find the best prices manually controlling it like that. There's also a silicon refinery here. So you know what I might want to do is to start guidance
Engaged.
to the silicon refinery and drop a satellite there, so I have information about its buy and sell prices. And do that for every silicon and ore refinery that I have, so that my mining ship can take advantage of the best prices. There's not a lot of silicon refineries around, though. Yeah, it's like the only one in parent space that I know of. If you zoom out, you can see the ore refinery buys ore, the silicon refinery buys silicon. But there's a foundry over here that buys it as well. So there's a very few spaces that actually buy it. But dropping satellites next to it will keep the information about sales fresh. In other words. So deployed one satellite there, and I'll do the one down at this ore refinery as well.
Engaged.
So I think it was like 128 until I wrote up on it, because 128 was the historical knowledge, and then I got close enough to have fresh information, and they're only buying at 112. So the trade prices change over time, depending on supply and demand. Oh, come on, mining ship. Still don't have anything. But yeah, the mining drill. So, yeah. Everything is set to armed and set to mining. The turrets and the drills.
Autopilot disengaged.
So the mining ship is working. It just hasn't had time to actually acquire anything yet. All right, now that I've used up all my satellites, I'm going to board... I'm going to dock with the wharf here.
Autopilot
and refresh
engaged.
my deployables. You presume it will also level up the pilot skill? It will. As they work, they'll level up. Depending on the field that they're working in. So if they're flying a ship, it's their piloting. If they're managing a station, it's their management skill. If they are boarding, it's their marine skill. And higher, the skills matter a lot in this game. For Marines, maybe a little bit less. High-skilled Marines are obviously more capable, but generally speaking, you can just throw like hundreds of Marines at a boarding target and still win, regardless of the skill capability. But and I would also say for service crew, for maintenance, it matters very little because the speed of your maintenance crew is very slow no matter how many and how skilled they are. It's like snail pace, where you're probably just going to dock or repair it with your own repair lasers, which is like infinitely faster. But for like piloting and management, it unlocks new options and makes them way more capable. So, for instance, if I show you in the behavior here, for default behavior, advanced and expert auto mine, and advanced auto trade, and fill storages, and build tasks, these are all blocked out as a result of not having enough, not enough skill.
Disengaged. Paranid Wharf.
Come on, ship. I'm like flooring it for parking, which is why I'm slamming at everything.
Successfully docked.
I don't want to invest too much into this ship because, like, I don't want to be using this ship forever. But I will top up my nav beacons and my satellites. Okay, apparently only 3 satellites because they're out of materials for more, and I don't want to wait for them to be resupplied. Done. Okay, looking for more missions.
Autopilot engaged.
And I can also check in on the player HQ progress. So just getting information here. Let's go to the build plan. Yeah. Some of its resources have been supplied, and the basic docking area is almost 60% done being constructed. It was supplied first, and it is it's actually pretty close to completion, which is nice.
Entering system. Unholy retribution.
I'm gonna be a little bit pickier about the missions I take, because I want them to be worth my time.
Autopilot disengaged. Entering system. Ice mists. Autopilot.
Okay, so there's a ship that's caught in a minefield, and it needs help. That's a decent one, and it's pretty close by.
Entering system. Unholy retribution. Lotus, Gas, Vanguard.
You like the system names? Yeah, they have some great names. And some of them are linked to like historical events that you aren't really, unless you have a lot of knowledge of the lore, you wouldn't really know. But yeah.
Lotus, Gas, Vanguard.
Marauder, thank you for the gifted sub. So as I approach this gas miner, I should be careful because it is mined. Oh, and there we go. We have some silicon. We have 205 silicon in the miner ship already. Oh god, I got close.
Autopilot disengaged.
Turn around and floor it. Okay, I don't think any of the mines are tracking me right now. That's good.
Friend foe mine.
Let's save first. I'm really bad at blowing up mines. I also don't have a weapon that's really good at it. Weapons that are really good at it are the ones that have, like, fast fire rate and good range. And I haven't invested anything into my ship's equipment. So my firing lasers suck and are slow and have pretty limited range and are just very bad at blowing up mines in minefields. Ooh, but that chained together. Nice. This gas miner is probably like, is this inexperienced pilot gonna actually be able to clear this minefield, or am I gonna blow up with it? We'll see. I don't have a good track record, but I was hired on the cheap.
Well done. I've been watching your progress with much interest. When you dock, see if you can access any of the internal structures from an elevator.
So the player HQ's docks are done. And after I'm done with this, I can head back and do it. I'll poll you guys about what I'm working on next. What to do next? More parented missions? Or head to HQ? Pretty simple. One or the other. Almost done, little man. It's funny because this is like a medium-sized ship that's like bigger than me. It just doesn't have a weapon capabilities to be able to clear the mines. Is that it?
Lotus, gas.
Oh no, there's one more.
Vanguard.
Oh god, where is it? Where is it? Concern? Oh no, it's cleared. Awesome. You're welcome.
Lotus,
Bye.
gas,
Wow, rude.
Vanguard.
They didn't even say thanks. All right. Looks like you guys want me to go to the player HQ, so let's do that.
Autopilot engaged.
All right, as I travel there, I am going to run to the bathroom while I autopilot and pray that the autopilot doesn't, like, cream me into an asteroid. So I'll be right back. So we're headed over to the player HQ. The player HQ's build plan. So I don't have enough materials yet acquired for the container storage, which increases the storage space in the player HQ, which is really helpful if you need to stockpile anything in there. But it is being built. And we still have the construction vessel Albatross Sentinel hired to build it, and we still have money allocated in the player HQ to be able to afford that stuff. I think. Yeah. We still have the amount of money allocated towards it. So, 174,000 to buy the materials to be able to build the container storage is currently allocated to the HQ and not available to me to buy or sell with, so that the HQ can hire out trade ships to be able to supply that stuff.
Entering system. Nopelius Fortune.
All right, we're just a hop away. My silicon miner is almost full. 830, 853 out of like 900.
Entering system. Grand exchange.
So he'll be topped up in just a minute, and I'll send them to the silicon port in parented space that I know of. This refinery up here. I might want to send him early, though, because there's a Queen's Guard. Yeah, I'm going to send him a little early. Remove all orders. Trade with. And sell. So I'm getting about 70k-ish from the sale of that silicon. The reason I'm having him cut and run is there's a hostile fleet here that is currently duking out with in a battle, and I don't want him to get caught up in that. Oh, wait, for real? I think... I don't even think that refinery can buy all the silicon that I have to sell. I could be mistaken, but I'll double check.
Thank you for tuning in to X4 Foundations, which originally streamed live on Twitch as a miniseries June 22nd. Because this was streamed live as a miniseries, feedback cannot be incorporated, and I've also asked for no spoilers or backseating, so if you could avoid that in the comments, that would be great. If you would like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams, as well as a link to Twitch. If you would like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com also has a link to that as well. Thank you so very much for watching, and a special thank you to my Twitch subscribers, Patreon patrons, and the people that turned out to the miniseries, as well as viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. So thank you so very much. I hope to catch you next episode or an upcoming stream of mine. Farewell, my fellow pilots.